I'm really happy to be back and to just be re-grounded within what I really derive fulfillment from. I really love making videos, so I'm happy to be back. And let's just dive right into it. So I was looking in my dictionary. I was coming up for a topic to discuss what I want to, and kind of like just have a word for what this is, because sometimes I think I have a bunch of things that I want to touch on. But do you know when things come into your life that are God sent? Like they are experiences, whatever it may be, that you have wanted or desired at some level, and they just show up unexpectedly without any type of your own doing. It seems like it was natural and it kind of was placed there without any efforts of your own sort. And you know how we all have to make effort each and every day to choose what we want our lives to be, and that is our power. Really, it lies within every action that sprouts out of good thinking, because wisdom is the fruits of that labor of thought. And so when you are forcefully making decisions that you are standing behind in your own truth, and being persistent in that, and trusting in your own judgment, then whatever comes from that is only going to be in alignment with your authenticity. Because think about it, you know that you're holding that responsibility to yourself. It's a huge one, but it's necessary, because if you are giving that control over your life over to something else or someone else, then you're absolutely not going to be where you were supposed to be. You're going to be tossed to and fro, and you are going to be overcome by this ignorance, this unawareness of what already lies within you, the abundance that you already naturally hold. Once you can fully surrender into the unexpected, the unknown, and be open to the abundance that you can receive and that is out there. And as I was writing this, I kind of had a picture of what this would look like, and it's like the world, like I would say source, like God. It's kind of like, it's like a whirly little suction thingy, and the more that you connect to that, the more it will suck you in. And also I think it's a reflection of you as well, because your mind is so strong and so powerful. And I'm just thinking about like actors and how when they perform roles, they have to really get into the mindset, the beliefs, and set the forefront for that to be possible. And sometimes they can even be affected long term after, like the movie you know, promotes itself, and they still have residual things that they are dealing with from being in that state for such a long time. And going back to what I want to visualize, this is like, the more that you focus on like love and gratitude, compassion, the fruits of the soul, and the nourishment that comes from recognizing that we are all in this together, that we are all so much more similar than different, and we actually play a significant role in so many people's lives, whether we know it or not. Friend or foe, stranger or family, blood, like everybody has played a part in where you have been and where you are now. And so understand that we do have a purpose, even when you don't see meaning in things, you know, even when you are in a state of uncertainty and striving in the pangs of survival. You can release that and come back to a place of surrender and practice that by continuously immersing yourself in knowledge, which is going to increase your awareness. One second, I need a drink. And stay hydrated, folks. But no, like, you really have to condition your mind to get out of this programmed habitual form of living, and that's going to take time. It's going to take relinquishing everything that you know and living in the unfamiliar, which is pretty difficult when you are in the midst of feeling out of control and unsure, and maybe not feeling so high about yourself in this case, because I think that when you consistently experience the reflection of like goodness like back to you, when you can go through challenges and find that you are capable of moving through it, and you see parts of yourself that are actually highlighted through it, and then you can see those positive traits, characteristics of yourself, and your esteem rises, and you form a stronger self-concept through those experiences. That is amazing, and it really does influence the way that you interact with your world. But I guess when you don't have those experiences all the time, you can get into a rut, and you can feel very, I would say, shut off from that truth, reality. You are limiting yourself into what I would like to say is a caged bird, because a bird has every capability and in its own nature to fly. That's what it was created for. And when it's locked in, you know, cages, bars, it doesn't know that there's a whole vast sky out there, that there's flocks that it could be with, and the experiences that are quite literally right there, but it just feels like it doesn't have access to it because it doesn't have the key, right? And so even though, and if I can reference this back to us as human beings, like, we have everything necessary that is basically innate to us, and it's accessible to us easily in our birthright. Like, once we can connect to that natural flow of life source, I need another drink. pardon me, we connect to that natural force of energy within us, then everything that we do will be from that abundance flow, because we are aware of it, and we can take that knowledge and the wisdom with us through everything, and we can receive things in a different light. We can cherish things, we can be the gifts for other people, we have substance, and that will be able to guide other people. And things do not want me to create this video. And rigidity will pull you away from that. When you feel that, you know, it has to be this way or the highway, like, you are basically trapping yourself like a bird. You are building these gates around what's possible for you, and you're never able to fully surrender into that vast space, like I described earlier, where there's just like everything is out here. Like this dictionary, for example, there is so much in here, and it's all available. It's just in your decision to pick up the book and read and commit and do it over and over again. That is going to recondition your mind, and you will gain from that. So it's like, in actuality, it's just, what are you investing in, and are you opening yourself up to the possibilities that are surrounding you, and fully persisting in that connection and connecting to it more frequently? Are you hibernating into your own beliefs in this self-infliction that you create from this mindset of scarcity and lack that surrounds this emotions of fear and doubt that really deplete you? Because when you focus on that, then you are submitting this life force energy that needs to be preserved at all costs, and you are investing that unconsciously in these fears, and then they will be created because these emotions are very strong in the field. So like, you're just gonna produce that. That's just what it is. And so it's important to think highly of yourself. It's important to, you know, make those decisions that reflect who you think about, who you are. And who you are is abundant, and you are love, and you are pure, you are imperceptible, like it's undefinable, and love and security and honor should be at the forefront of those virtues that you stand by, in creating from a place of power and owning those beliefs that you hold, but being open to conformity and changing and receiving different perspectives, because there's just so much to gain from not being so hyper fixated on the outcomes, but being more in tune with the daily steps, the moments, the emotions that you feel, and being in tune with that. Because then you get to know yourself more, You get to become more curious, and you are becoming your higher self because you're pulling that in to your reality because it's already out there. And once you submit to that, everything will be possible for you. It's because you are the key to everything else. It's not in other things that you think will complete you. It's in simply just being simple in the fact of who you are, and releasing that and allowing it to come forth, exposing yourself to the world. That is really, I think that's the most power move that you can make, is even when you are insecure or feeling down, depressed, or anxious, express that and own it. Own it. Because then you can transfer that into a new feeling, into a new experience. There's nothing that should be hidden. Nothing. So, I guess in coming back to God sent, I hope that this video regained something within you that maybe you didn't know was there, and hopefully I inspired new ways of thinking and believing and taking this in account to every possibility that you can create, because you have divine within you. You have everything capable, and start believing now. Your mind is so it has everything to make your life more lively and actually expanding things, or you can limit it and you can literally like make it a place that you would not want to be at. It's like, you know, it's a garden basically. Like, it can be deteriorating and you're not gonna feel good walking in your reality, in the confinement of that, in just the malnourishment of that. Obviously, what is going to reproduce is going to be decaying you physically, spiritually, in every aspect. People will feel that energy. So reproduce the thoughts of fulfillment and prosperity, and find beauty in yourself and what's around you. And I really hope that this helps you in some way, because I do think that we are a part of each other, even when we're not connected physically. Like, we are one. I really do believe that. And so thank you guys for listening, and just let down those walls and step into the unfamiliar. And you're gonna feel very discomfort. You're gonna feel a lot of it, okay? But it's necessary, because that's the assurance that you need to know that you're exactly where you need to be, and things are going to be sent to you for you specifically. Thank you guys. God bless.